politics, and more with John Brown and Nick Durst, live on the UCY.TV network.
Spanning your radios, coast to coast and all around the globe, it's sports, politics, and more, episode 17, right here tonight, Wednesday night, the 30th of November, December tomorrow. We're getting in the holiday season, and later on, we'll have our 10 at 10, and we'll be discussing the top 10 holiday movies of all time, and that'll be presented to you by our field reporter, the phenomenal one, AJ Pollock. But first, let me start off by saying welcome to the show once again to our loyal listeners. I'm your host, Nick Durst. Tonight, John will not be joining us. Apparently, he's got some birthday celebration with Rex Ryan, he says. So if you want to know more about his dinner celebration, you can either give us a call about that or anything else at 1-718-717-8296, or you can tweet him at S_sports about that. But if you want to get your content on the show, what you want to talk about, that's the number to reach us out again, 718-717-8296. Or, of course, you can write to us in the UCY lobby chat, and you can also reach me on Twitter at Nick_Durst. And as you know, if you've listened to our show, we always like to make it interactive. So let's start off here with a little rundown of tonight's program. We will be talking about, like we mentioned, the 10 at 10, the top 10 holiday movies, the terrible New York Knicks, and the pretty awful, hard-to-watch National Basketball Association, NBA. WWE TLC, the upcoming pay-per-view this Sunday, live on the WWE Network. Main event, Dean Ambrose taking on AJ Styles. James Ellsworth sure to get involved. And it's a TLC match. There's other matches as well that we will go over and give our predictions for. And then, of course, at the end of the show, we'll recap Week 12 of the NFL season and look ahead to Week 13 of the National Football League season. Hard to believe we're already at the 13th week of the season. And as we mentioned, November is tomorrow. So, the months have just been by. And once again, 10 at 10 at the holiday season. So, we could expect our top 10 list of holiday movies. And joining us now is our field reporter, the phenomenal one, AJ Pollock. Andrew, what's going on?
Hey, Nick, how you doing? Hang on, let me get my mic. That's better.
No problem.
Hey, Nick, how you doing?
I'm doing well, and I don't know, did you stay out of the city today? It was probably a good idea because lots of people over there on 6th Avenue and 5th Avenue for the Christmas tree lighting in Rockefeller Center right now in the pouring rain. So hopefully you did avoid that area. And obviously, in 5 minutes, we're going to have Andrew give it a 10 to 10. But Andrew, let's start off talking about the big news from the week. Yoenis Cespedes is back, 4-year, $110 million contract, staying with the New York Mets. How do you feel about this signing, or re-signing rather? Yeah, I felt the same way at first. I was actually speechless. I was surprised that it happened. But Yoenis Cespedes, he realized if he wants to win, this is the best place to do it. The fans up here. Yes, Andrew.
I am so sorry about that. There was a minor technical difficulty, but I am back on the air, everybody. Sorry to have that happen.
Andrew, really letting your fans down out there. But coming up with 10 10 with you. But first, I want to talk to you about two things. First, did you go into Manhattan at all this week?
I went in yesterday because I knew today was going to be awful with the traffic.
With the tree lighting, yeah.
Oh, boy. The thing is, I heard that 6th Avenue, where my bus stop is, right by 40. Well, the thing is, I could have got on the bus, but the problem was they probably would have moved my bus route to, I think, maybe, I don't know, Madison Avenue.
Yeah, so my bus route today got moved. Usually it goes down 5th Avenue, makes a right on 34th, and goes towards 7th on the bus. But today it just went on 7th and just down 7th because of the tree. And I had to stop, which was pretty crazy. And it was raining, which didn't help. It's crazy how just a little bit of rain and things get really crazy in Manhattan.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, it was raining yesterday, but today I did the right thing. I stayed in Queens, so that's all that mattered in the end.
Yes, and I want to tease this for our listeners out there. Andrew's been having a little problem with GameStop and some technical equipment issues. He's going to give a little rant on that later on, Andrew. But first, I want to get your take on Cespedes coming back to the Mets. In 2 years with the Mets, he's batting .282, 130 RBIs, and 48 home runs, and back-to-back playoff appearances in a year and a half. I mean, that's nuts. You think it's a good idea that they brought Cespedes back for a 4-year deal, $110 million, making him the highest paid outfielder on an annual salary of all time, the second highest paid position player, an annual salary of all time, $27.5 million per year?
I think, in my opinion, the Mets had to keep Cespedes because Sandy Alderson said it himself the best today at his press conference. We had to make sure that Cespedes was in this lineup. You got to understand, without Cespedes, this team has no chemistry. So when you look at him in the lineup, they win. No matter what happens, Cespedes makes sure that the guys are rallied together as a team. And look, you need a guy like that to hit 30 home runs every year. So in terms of him playing 162 games, a little bit crazy. Maybe you'll get, I don't know, 130, 140. So,
well, listen, you need to do this. I think the Mets now, if they get a relief pitcher, they're probably right up there with the Cubs as the favorites to win the World Series. What do you think?
Listen, with this pitching staff, they have to win the World Series either this year, this upcoming season, 2017, or 2018. There's no excuses. You drafted all these guys. There's a bunch of minor leaguers coming up next year, which is true.
Ahmed Rosario, have you heard of him, Andrew? The top shortstop prospect in all of baseball in the Mets minor league system right now.
Is he playing in Las Vegas?
Well, last year he started in single A, then he went to Binghamton. He batted like .320, so he might be in Vegas this year.
Oh, good. Well, what's his name again, to make sure that our listeners can remember that name?
Ahmed Rosario, the number 1 ranked shortstop prospect.
Okay, I'll remember that name.
Remember the name. Yeah, but like you said, the pitching is great. They got to win it. There's nobody that this pitching staff can't shut down. The problem is just going to be, can the Mets get enough offense? And now the real question to me is who's going to play first base. Duda is always hurt now. I know when he's not hurt, he's just striking out a million times. So I would look to get a first baseman or maybe move Jay Bruce to first base. But I don't know what they're going to do there.
Well, listen, I think that it is very imperative that the Mets trade Jay Bruce. They have 6 outfielders. What are you going to do with them? I mean, I understand what you're trying to do with the roster depth, but I mean, the possibility of trading Bruce for a reliever, starter, or maybe even catcher, it's a very good idea. I definitely want Curtis Granderson in this lineup because Granderson has power. He can run the bases very well. But Jay Bruce, all you're getting is home runs. I don't want that. I want somebody to come after Reyes.
What would you think about this trade? The Mets trade Jay Bruce, Robert Gsellman, Juan Lagares, and Dominic Smith, their top other prospect, first baseman, to the Pirates for Andrew McCutchen.
Bad move.
For who? The Mets?
Yes, I do not want to get rid of Juan Lagares. They need the depth.
Well, I mean, you'd get McCutchen, though, so the depth would be the same.
Nah, the thing is you need a catcher. That's the thing. You need a catcher.
They got a catcher, Darno.
Yeah, but you might need another one in the future.
Who are they going to get? Who are they going to get as a catcher right now?
You're going to have to look up all the trade rumors.
Well, you shouldn't overpay for a catcher because for the most part...
Oh, definitely, yeah.
Some exceptions, but they're all going to give you the same production, unfortunately.
Yeah, catchers really aren't meant to hit for power, unfortunately.
Unless you're Mike Piazza. But the Knicks just tipped off. They're already losing 2-0. But, Andrew, why don't you tell our listeners what time it is?
Oh, yes, let's get the intro. And now, it is time for the Spam 10 at 10 with Andrew Pollack.
Take it away, Andrew. We got the top 10 holiday movies, and I'm hoping 8 Crazy Nights made your list because it's the only Jewish movie.
Of course it did, even though my friends bashed 8 Crazy Nights. All right.
It's a great movie. It should be on there, but start the list off.
No disagreement, yeah. So, I've been thinking about this list very carefully. Obviously, number 1, I'm going to go with Home
Alone, did you say? We lost you there for a second.
I said number 1 is Home Alone.
All right, so why don't you, is your Home Alone 1, 2, 3, or 4?
I'm going to admit number 2. I love number 2 better because it's my personal bias. It takes place in Manhattan, and I love how, to be honest, I love the house scene more when the robbers, in the end, are like, oh no! And yet they still fall for it in the end.
Let me tell you how Home Alone would go if they made it this time and age. So Kevin would realize he's home alone. He'd take out his iPhone, text his mom, and she'd say, all right, I'm on the way back to get you. Movie over.
They'd still have to show what Kevin was doing at home.
He'd be home for like a few minutes, and then he'd realize and text his mother, and she'd be like, "Oh, I gotta come back."
What if she was still on the plane? Keep that in mind. They can't just turn back the plane.
Oh, after she got off the plane. All right, so Home Alone 2, can't go wrong there. Next one up on the list.
All right, I am gonna go with the Polar Express.
Polar Express, Tom Hanks, cartoon, first cartoon on the list. Very good. Next up.
Number 3, obviously, will be 8 Crazy Nights.
Wow, 8 Crazy Nights. Well, this is all I have to say about that movie, so listen up.
You're coming from the street with dirty shoes.
Oh, no!
Some live music show. That's a technical foul.
Great movie.
That's a technical foul.
Great movie. Definitely in agreement with you. That's got to be in the top 3, definitely, without a doubt. And now we're on to number 4.
All right. So I'm going to end up going with Scrooge McDuck.
What is that?
Disney's version.
Yes. Holiday classic. Can't go wrong with the Mickey Mouse version either. I don't know which version you're referring to, but both are very good. They're both classics.
Oh yeah, definitely.
All right, number 5.
I am gonna have to go with Arthur Christmas.
Arthur Christmas.
I grew up with it.
I'm not sure if I ever saw that.
Okay, so for our listeners, many of you might remember from your childhood that there was the Arthur book series by Mark Brown, and obviously they made a PBS series about it. And I think this is going to be the 16th anniversary this year of the Arthur holiday special overall, where it's an hour-long special showing the characters celebrating Christmas, Hanukkah, which remember Francine's Jewish, and the Brain, where the Brain actually celebrates Kwanzaa.
Arthur the Aardvark and crew, it's just a fantastic, timeless show. I'd be interested in actually seeing the movie if it's one hour and they show the holidays.
Yeah, it's on Daily Motion if you're interested. I watch it every year.
Sounds good. Definitely family friendly, which is great. Number 6.
Okay, so I'm gonna have to go with National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Another holiday classic. I don't know if I've actually seen it, but I hear a lot of good things about it, and it's obviously stood the test of time because it's pretty old now. Next on the list. Go ahead.
All right, so it's gonna be a little bit different. Number 6. I saw this today at the nursing home. We actually had it in our movie showcase today because TCM was airing it. A Christmas Carol from 1938.
Oh boy.
You know what's so crazy? The guy who looks like the ghost of Christmas Past, he looks just like Mick Foley. I swear, you have to look him up.
Have a nice day.
And then that's where number 7 comes in. The 2009 version. I really love the 2009 version because I think this was about a year ago that I went to my friend's house in Port Washington, and we had a holiday movie night at his house. And randomly, we ended up picking A Christmas Carol from 2009 from our movie selection list. And overall, I really did enjoy it. It was fun to watch, and it really reminded me of the Scrooge McDuck cartoon in a way.
All right, so another, why don't you, before we continue the list here, John told me this, and I figured it was true, but I wasn't really sure. He said you're a holiday movie expert. You love all the holiday movies, and, it's a little strange to hear sometimes because, as we all know, you're Jewish, but you love these Christmas movies. Why is that?
I just grew up with them. I mean, that's the thing. I mean, I always had, when I had I used to have Dish Network, so I'd always would watch Christmas movies during the holidays. And, I just love the stories. I mean, even though I'm not Christian, I still understand the meaning of the holiday spirit.
And do you watch any of those Hallmark Channel movies?
Believe it or not, no. I'm not really into those.
I just watched one last week called Royal Christmas. It was pretty good.
Royal Christmas?
Yeah, you should check it out. It's about this guy who's dating this girl in Philadelphia, and he doesn't tell her that he's actually the prince of some island in France. And then they go to France, and pretty standard Hallmark holiday movie. Boy meets girl, boy and girl fall in love, boy and girl have a falling out when they meet the parents, and then boy and girl get together at the end.
Oh boy. Okay. Number 9 and 10, again, a movie franchise. So number 9, I'm going with the Santa Claus.
Ho, ho, ho! Which Santa Claus? All of them?
Number 9 is the first one, and shockingly, number 10 is the third one.
Ah, all right.
See, the thing is, later on I realized I love the third one more. I will admit that.
I'm definitely with you on that. They're all very great. And Andrew with 819, why don't you let everybody know what they just listened to?
You have been listening to the Spam 10 at 10.
And there you have it, the phenomenal one, A.J. Pollock, who just discussed the 10 out of 10, the top 10 holiday movies of all time.
Technical foul.
I mean, it's a classic movie. All right, Andrew, we have a caller here, so hopefully this works. And if we get more callers, may have to let you go in like 10 minutes. We usually jump off anyway. But we do have a caller here, and it's Frank. Frank in Brooklyn. What's going on, Frank?
Hey, what's going on, Nick?
All right, Frank. It's a pleasure to have you on the show here. We got Andrew on the show as well right now.
Frankie, how you doing?
How you doing, Andrew?
I'm doing good, Frankie.
What about Groundhog Day? No. What was the movie with Bill Murray?
Groundhog
Groundhog Day.
No, Scrooged.
Scrooged?
That was a good Christmas movie.
Really? I've never seen it.
It's a wonderful Christmas remake with the Ghost of Christmas Past, Present, and Future. It's an old movie. It's funny.
Well, I will admit, I just said to our listeners early, I still love Scrooge McDuck. Okay, so remember that.
Okay.
So, lots of Christmas movies out there, so we can debate about this all night long. But Frank, you've been making these videos on YouTube, giving us the updates on the Knicks. I'm a Knicks fan, you're a Knicks fan, Andrew's a Knicks fan.
Oh.
They are terrible, awful, horrendous.
Well, they're right about where I expected them to be right now. At the start of tonight's play, they're 8-9. They're in 10th. They're in the 10th seed. I mean, all their signings. I mean, they've gotten what they signed for. Derrick Rose. He's not the MVP, Derrick Rose. He's adequate though. He's a star. He's still a star. The one signing that still hasn't paid dividends is Joakim Noah. I mean, he was supposed to be a guy that was going to make an impact on defense, and that's the Knicks' glaring weakness right now is their defense. I mean, they're terrible at defense. That's why they can't win games. Especially
here's what I noticed. Every time Derrick Rose is the leading scorer, they lose because he needs to be a point guard and pass the ball. He needs to realize that Porzingis and Melo are the scorers. And from the point guard, and this has been the problem with the Knicks for at least 16, 17 years now, except when they had Chauncey Billups for a year, which was great, is they need a point guard who can play defense, which Rose really can't, and can pass the ball first. I think that's a big problem. How do you guys feel about that?
Well, yeah, Derrick Rose definitely needs to be the general out there. Brandon Jennings, another free agent signing. He's been doing good coming off the bench, distributing the ball. Maybe down the road, Hornets that could make a lineup change. Maybe he should start Jennings at point guard and Rose at shooting guard. See how that would work. I mean, the Knicks don't have a problem scoring. I mean, they have Carmelo. Kristaps Porzingis continues to grow. He's going to be.
Yeah, like the problem is the defense. You know what? They need to I like the bench. The bench is pretty good for the most part. I don't know why they don't play Ron Baker at all. So Sasha Vujacic is terrible. Why is Sasha Vujacic playing still?
He's just an insurance. He's just insurance. He comes cheap. They sign him for cheap. He's an insurance policy in case somebody goes down. He could shoot. Shooting is at a premium in the NBA. But I mean, I've been watching the same game for the last 5 years. Somebody drives on the opposition, and the Knicks players don't have discipline. They leave their man, and the opposing player dishes to the open man, and it's an easy bucket. And even worse is the perimeter defense. It's almost automatic every time an opposing player puts up a three.
Yeah,
I want to say something. I want to be honest. I was so annoyed the fourth quarter on Monday night. Why couldn't the Knicks close it down going in the stretch? That really bothered me.
Listen, that all comes down to toughness. You go back to the 90s and the Pat Riley days. The Knicks owned the fourth quarter. The opposing teams couldn't buy a bucket in the fourth quarter. The opposing teams would go 10 minutes without scoring a field goal. It comes down to defense and discipline and determination. Forget who's going to score 30. Forget who's going to get 25 points. Worry about defense first.
Yeah, defense first, pass the ball first. It's been a major issue. Andrew, we're getting some more callers here, so I'm gonna have to let you go because unfortunately our phone lines won't let us take more than 3 callers at once.
Okay. All right. But before I go, for my fans, I want to let you know that I will be working on a Survivor Series Survivor Series. My bad. My train of thought's going crazy, guys, because I'm literally doing a lot of stuff tonight. I'm gonna make a TLC video, prediction video. I'm gonna work on it tomorrow, and then hopefully on Saturday I will post my predictions.
Well, we're looking forward to that. But before you go, I promised everybody that you would inform everybody what the deal is with your issue with GameStop not helping you out.
Well, I'm not really going to get into it, but in terms of Andy Plays, tomorrow is also another busy day for yours truly because I have to go out to Levittown, believe it or not, because the people out there, video game trading posts, really good people, they told me that they're going to compete with GameStop, and they said, you come to our store, $7, we'll give you the AV cable. Just make sure you mention us. So, already did.
All right. Well,
That's
look
video game trading post. Google them. They're really good if you love 6th-gen gaming.
All right. We're looking forward to that. And Andrew, once again, thanks for calling in. That's our field reporter, the phenomenal one, A.J. Pollock.
Bye, everyone.
See you later, Andrew.
All right, Andrew. So we had to let Andrew go. We still got Frank on the line here. And once Andrew hangs up, which I think he just did, I'll be able to add our latest caller to the call. And it looks like it's a fellow Staten Islander. And I think it's coming up as Joe Calabrese from the world famous OWN page. Yeah, but for some reason on Skype, it's not letting me add him. But in the meantime, Frank, why don't you let's just get right into it. And first, how about your review of Survivor Series? It's been a 2 weeks, but how did you feel about it overall?
I thought it was an okay pay-per-view. Survivor Series has always been a gimmick pay-per-view with the teams and stuff. I liked the 5-on-5 Raw vs. SmackDown. I mean, at times I thought they were trying to squeeze in too many stories in the match with the Wyatt family and Dean Ambrose going against AJ Styles, his teammate, and we had a tease of the Shield reunion, which we're not going to get, and I don't think I don't want it. But and then of course the shocking end with Goldberg and Brock Lesnar. Goldberg squashed Brock.
Well, how did you feel about that? I mean, I thought it was supposed to shock you, and it definitely shocked me.
I don't know. I mean, as a fan, I wanted to see at least 5, 6, 7, 8 minutes. I mean, I didn't mind that Brock lost. Actually, the report is that it was Brock Lesnar's idea to get squashed. But I guess it makes sense if we're going to see a third matchup. But I mean, really, looking at it in a real perspective, what did we expect from Goldberg? He's 50 years old. He's probably wrestled 2 matches in the last 12 years. I mean, did we expect him to go 10 minutes? I guess in hindsight, it was a perfect finish and the perfect match. I mean, this is all they brought in Goldberg to promote the game, 2K17. So that's all it is. And I don't know. I guess it made the Goldberg fans happy. I guess it won't hurt Brock Lesnar too much if they do have a rematch. But
I think I mean, it definitely did what they intended to do, make a shock, and have it be something that is going to lead to another rematch. And regardless of what a lot of people say, this is a big-time match. Obviously, these guys are still 2 big-time names, and they're going to both have a high-profile match at WrestleMania.
I don't know. Now they're both going to be at the Royal Rumble. Well, I mean, I'm sure we'll get a tease at the Royal Rumble between them. It'll probably be like a minute. And what's going to happen? Are they going to eliminate themselves? And
Yeah,
then,
I mean, I guess Lesnar just comes out and I don't know, just doesn't even care about the match and just goes after Goldberg. That's the only way I could see it happening.
right. But and then if either of them wins, which champions do they challenge? That's another thing that we need to ask.
Yeah, I don't think either of them are gonna win though. What do you?
No,
what do you-
I think they'll probably eliminate themselves, and it'll set up the third match at WrestleMania, because that's what Vince McMahon wants for WrestleMania. He wants the biggest name, the biggest star power, and the biggest matchups. So I think that'll probably be it.
Yeah. So my early Royal Rumble pick is probably John Cena. I don't know. What do you think is going to be in the mix?
I have no idea. I mean, I can't see them doing that, but I mean, eventually they're gonna give John Cena his 16th title somewhere down the road. Maybe he challenges AJ Styles at WrestleMania and he gets a 16th championship. But I don't want to see Roman Reigns anywhere near the Universal title or any championship. I mean, the guy, he's been a failure. He gets booed he still gets booed every week, everywhere he goes. I mean, let's for any Roman Reigns fans out there, just look back at his run. I mean, everywhere, every heel that he faces, they get cheered. I mean, we had a "Let's Go Russia" chant when he faced Rusev. I mean, it's not working. It's not working.
We're gonna talk about Roman Reigns, but I have a feeling that I don't know who it's gonna be, but the final three in the Rumble, I don't know who the third guy's gonna be, but it's definitely going to be John Cena, James Ellsworth, and somebody else.
John Cena and James Ellsworth. I don't know. I don't know if James Ellsworth is gonna make it past TLC.
He's got a title match coming up, so I'm sure he will.
Is he? Oh, does he? Who, against AJ Styles?
Whoever wins, whoever's the champ, yeah, he gets his title match.
Well, you know what he says: any man with two hands has a fighting chance.
Any man with no chin.
Yeah.
Did you see that spot last night where he took the Styles Clash off the stairs?
Oh, but I heard about it. I heard it.
He almost like cracked his face on the edge of the steps.
Yeah, I mean, listen, he's gotten over it. I mean, AJ Styles has put him over, but I don't. I guess he's selling a lot of merchandise from what I hear. He caught on.
Yeah, I mean that's why they signed him, and he's just a funny guy. So
yeah, he's been with WWE for years. He used to be part of.
Yeah, him and Braun were the Rosebuds.
Right. They were part of the Rosebuds. But yeah, James Ellsworth, he's been on the independents for a while. Hey, listen.
Yeah, he actually runs an indie promotion out of Maryland, and also he's really close with Gilbert because his father and Gilbert are like best friends, which is pretty cool.
Oh, really? But I mean, listen, that's what wrestling is. You catch lightning in a bottle, and they make money off you any way they can.
Yeah, absolutely. You got to ride the hot hand. It looks like we're having phone problems. I can't add Joe to the call, unfortunately. So if anyone's a Skype expert or just works at UCY is listening to our show, let us know how we can add him.
I know James Ellsworth makes a lot of fans mad that they're jealous that Bray Wyatt isn't getting a shot at the same shot as James Ellsworth.
There was somebody on our wrestling page that said, "Oh, James Ellsworth had main evented more than Bray Wyatt, Cesaro, and Sami Zayn combined." I mean, these people's memories are so short-term, I guess, because Bray Wyatt and Randy Orton just main evented yesterday, and they main evented in their one-on-one match. They main evented in Survivor Series, and Bray Wyatt main evented against John Cena so many times, and Roman Reigns, and Cesaro's main evented a handful of times.
But listen, I'm always one to complain also, but it's all about what the fans want. It's merchandise sales, the ratings, the live ratings. Are people clicking off when somebody's on, or is that performer holding the ratings when he's on? I mean, yes, maybe Bray Wyatt is popular, but are the fans clicking off when he's on TV? Is there a drop in the ratings when his segments are on? There's a lot of factors,
Well, I'm just hoping that Harper turns on them.
Go ahead.
I think he's really talented. I always argue with, your pal James, and I say Harper is the best wrestler of all the Wyatts.
Oh yeah, he's extremely talented. He can actually talk. He's pretty good on the mic. But
Yeah.
I think at TLC, I think we're gonna probably see Randy Orton turn on Bray Wyatt. He's gonna RKO him out of nowhere.
So you think it's gonna be a quick thing where?
No, I just think that'll be the finish. Randy Orton is just gonna snap out of it, and he's just gonna RKO Bray Wyatt.
All right. I mean, I could also see Eric Rowan getting involved if he's back, but I don't know what his injury status is. But yeah, so that's I still can't believe Slater and Reiner are still tag champs. It's an absolute disgrace if you ask me.
Yeah, well, I think eventually they're gonna have to put the titles on American Alpha. I think. I have high hopes for those two guys, especially James Jordan. I think he's the future of WWE.
Jason Jordan, there's not anything he can't do.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system.
Oh boy, looks like we're getting
1-8-3-1-4-0-4.
somehow Joe's message came up on the machine. Yeah, interesting. Anyway, so
yeah, what's it? Jason Jordan. I from the first time I've seen him, he's really impressed me. I think he's got it. I think if he has any mic skills, I think he's going to be the face of the company in 2018.
Yeah, we don't know about his mic skills though.
And Chad Gable, what's his name? Chad Gable, is that his name?
Yeah, Gable.
Yeah, I think he's great too. I could see them after having a title run as a tag team, splitting up and having a great matches against each other.
Maybe I'll go to the Cruiserweight division. Did you watch any of 205 Live last night? I did not, but Rich Swann won, which was well-deserved.
Yeah, I know. Listen, it's just another show. It's another gimmick. I mean, I can't take the Cruiserweight division serious. I mean, that one, they hardly featured them on Raw. They this Monday, they had a 3-minute match. It's just another show, and WWE has to be careful. Like, they're going to burn out the fans. There's just too much stuff, too many shows.
I don't really see the need for this.
I mean, they're trying to.
It's not fair for the wrestlers to have to travel from Raw to SmackDown, which aren't even near each other anymore, and Corey Graves too.
Right. I mean, they're trying to build product for their network, but it's just too much. It's too much. I mean, you have Raw Monday, SmackDown on Tuesday. You have NXT. Now we have a pay-per-view every 2 weeks. It's just too much.
Yeah, and now we got a pay-per-view coming up this Sunday, obviously.
Yeah, TLC. They only have a 2-week build-up, so I mean, I think that's the reason why we saw so many storylines being played out at Survivor Series.
Yeah, definitely things are quick. So how do you? I guess we'll go through the card here. How do you see things? How do you see things playing out? I can bring up the card if you don't remember the matches here.
Okay.
But we'll probably have some random pre-show match like Luke Harper versus Kane again.
I think we got Kalisto against Baron Corbin.
And it's tables.
They're all going to have a gimmick attached to it.
How come they're not bringing back the world famous stairs match this year?
Listen, I mean, it's just like Hell in a Cell. I mean, in the PG era, all these gimmick pay-per-views really don't mean anything. It's not like it used to be. But, I mean, the two big matchups for this pay-per-view are obviously going to be the Tag Team Championship. I like that.
Yeah, so like you said, we'll go to the card. So first, we got Kalisto and Baron Corbin chairs match. I think we could both say Corbin's going to win that.
Yeah, I think he needs the push.
Yeah. Then we got the Intercontinental Championship match, ladder match, Miz versus Ziggler. It's so dumb that the Miz ever lost in the first place. I don't know. I guess I would assume Miz is going to hold on this time like he should. What do you think?
Yeah, probably. I think they just took it off of him just because they wanted name power at the Survivor Series. I guess the Miz versus Zayn was a much bigger draw than Ziggler versus Sami Zayn. And also probably they just took it off of him to end the title run. They don't want the title run to overshadow everything. Then the fans will start catching on and say Miz is going to be the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion. So that's why they do it. But yeah, I mean, this match. I mean, can we get a new match already? I mean, the Miz and Dolph Ziggler was played out.
I think. I mean, I think Miz has beaten Ziggler like 4 times for the Intercontinental title, and Dolph's beaten the Miz 3 times in their careers. I think Miz needs to have just a big time victory here where he viciously wins. Like he just beats the crap out of Ziggler with a ladder and wins on his own. But I think Maurice is going to get involved.
Yeah, I don't see Ziggler winning the title.
Let's hope not. Next, Nikki Bella taking on Carmella, a no DQ match. I'm so sick of Nikki Bella right now.
Oh, you mean Nikki Cena? You mean?
Yeah, how'd you like Carmella calling out Cena last night?
Yeah, she's talking for the fans. You know, she's saying what the fans want to say. You know, everybody knows that Nikki Bella is just getting the push now because she dates John Cena.
Well, I like Carmella a lot, and I think she has to win this match, but I don't think she's going to because I think they love Nikki Bella.
Well, yeah, because John Cena. John Cena has a lot of pulls.
So, I mean, Carmella's going to get killed after this. Like, she'll be done losing to Nikki Bella. Our good friend Henry Herrera is going to be flipping out. Nikki Bella's on her way to the SmackDown Women's Championship at some point soon. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, listen, that's why I can't take the women's division serious. Nikki Bella has the reality show. The
SmackDown Women's Division is such a joke compared to Raw. And before we even move on here with these match predictions, let's talk about another great match Monday night. Charlotte versus Sasha Banks. They've truly raised the bar for women's wrestling. It's going to be hard to match that. But what's the deal with Sasha winning on Raw, Charlotte winning on pay-per-views? I'm expecting at Roadblock Charlotte to win the title back.
I agree. I don't know. It's just those two have great chemistry together. Yeah, they are definitely taking women's wrestling to a new height. But I don't know. I guess that's what WWE is doing. They're making them trade the title, and when we look back on it years from now, we'll say what a great feud. They traded the title back and forth.
Yeah, I don't mind seeing them wrestle more because they're putting on fantastic matches.
Yeah, as long as they trade the title back, they lose the title to each other. That's right. Okay.
Exactly. It's not like they're playing hot potato throughout the division. But also in the division, I think you got to have Charlotte go face at some point and face Nia Jax. If you want Nia Jax to win and take her seriously, she has to beat somebody like her own size. I mean, she could destroy Alicia Fox and Bayley, and we're gonna be like, and Sasha Banks. We're gonna be like, all right, but she's a monster compared to them. If you want to legitimize her as like the Andre the Giant of women's wrestling, you got to have her beat Charlotte somehow.
Yeah, I think they're just building Nia Jax up, probably to feed to Charlotte later down the road. Like you said, Charlotte will probably turn face.
And Charlotte, I think the fans want to root for Charlotte because, I mean, she's been a phenomenal tear. She's a good heel in the fact that she can get the audience to boo her, but she was a great face as well when she took down Nikki Bella. We all love her for that. But that's like, I mean, the Raw's women's division is so much better than the SmackDown one. But, you know, we saw at Survivor Series, Team Raw won, and they said, oh, well, the team captain on SmackDown was taking out Nikki Bella. Who do you think took out Nikki Bella? I was thinking it was Natalya, but yeah, I think it's Eva Marie took her out. I think it's Eva Marie versus Nikki Bella.
They could do that. I don't know. Eva Marie, she's still improving. She's a heat magnet, but she still has to eventually, go in the ring. She has to at least pull 5-7 minutes.
Too well. She could probably do Nikki Bella can't wrestle long matches at all. So I could see if they really want to push Eva Marie, put her in the ring with Nikki Bella, have her beat her, and then Eva could go after the title. But the title match here, we got Becky Lynch versus Alexa Bliss tables match. Becky Lynch went through the table on SmackDown in this contract signing, which for some reason the authority figure Renee Young was officiating. But that made no sense. But who do you see winning this match?
Well, that told you that Becky Lynch will get her revenge at TLC.
Right. And for those of you that are new to wrestling, if you want to know who's going to win, you just have to watch the show before. Whoever gets beat down wins the match.
Yeah, most of the time.
Another interesting thing, on Talking Smack, did you happen to see any of it this week?
No, who was it?
All right, so it was really interesting. Daniel Bryan wasn't there. So it was Renee Young hosting with not The Miz, about Mike Mizanin. He was hysterical. He said, "Do not refer to me as the Miz. This is Mike Mizanin. I'm here as Mike Mizanin." So he hosted the whole show, and he's much better. I would say a better speaker than Aaron Bryan. Here's some key things to highlight. He interviewed Dolph Ziggler, and it was pretty funny because he didn't refer to the Miz. But then what was really great was he interviewed AJ Styles, and he was like, the fact that this Ellsworth guy is here is crazy when we got guys like Apollo Crews not getting a shot, which I thought was really nice for the Miz to mention Apollo Crews. We were just talking about this, me, you, and James, how Apollo Crews probably should have stayed in NXT, could have been NXT champion at this point, and now he just disappeared. I don't know where he is. But
he's not ready. He's not ready for TV.
Well, that's why he should be on NXT.
Right, exactly.
Because he has star qualities. He's a great wrestler, very athletic. He could have been in the NXT title picture. But we'll have to wait and see what happens with him. I unfortunately think it's going to be too late for him to make a save in his career. Then we got the tables, ladders, and chairs match. AJ Styles taking on Dean Ambrose. We know Ellsworth is going to get involved somehow. How do you see this match playing out?
Oh, yeah, I don't see Dean Ambrose sniffing the title. I think Ellsworth will probably cost Dean Ambrose the victory in this. He'll probably interfere and screw up and cause Ambrose to lose.
Absolutely. I'm going to predict this. I don't know if it's possible, but AJ's going for the title. He's about to pull it down. Ellsworth climbs up the ladder. AJ hits Ellsworth with a Styles Clash off the top of the ladder.
Oh, no.
Ellsworth is just completely out of it in the ring. I mean, that would just be absolutely insane.
Listen, you could do any finish, but yeah, I think that they'll thread that into the storyline that Ellsworth will this time cost Dean Ambrose the title.
Yeah, Ellsworth is definitely going to cost him the title. But yeah, so TLC this Sunday, lots to look forward to. Hopefully they add a chairs match somehow. Really not a great card when you look at it. But I just think SmackDown's lacking a depth in roster. It just...
Yeah. Listen, I always say us fans have to manage our expectations. These pay-per-views now, they're going to be heightened shows of Raw and SmackDown without commercials. I mean, that...
Right. I mean, Raw, though, has been putting on really good pay-per-views. I don't know if people are calling SmackDown the A show because the roster is definitely the B roster. And, every week I have to see Naomi doing something and Nikki Bella rushing out to give her a hug. I'm feeling the glow without Nikki Bella giving her a hug for no reason. It's just, SmackDown's a little bit of a mess, but Raw is really only being held together by Chris Jericho. Would you agree?
Yeah, and we saw that they teased the eventual split between him and KO because Jericho's going to leave at the end of the year to start the Fozzy tour. Yeah. So we knew that was coming. But
Vince needs to do all he can to get Jericho to go into WrestleMania. He's on probably the top 3 run of his career right now.
Oh yeah. He's definitely had one of his best runs, and he's even admitted it. But I don't think maybe Jericho might miss WrestleMania this year because Fozzy's going on a world tour.
So when do you see Owens taking on Jericho?
Oh, maybe SummerSlam.
So you think he'll leave and come back then?
Yeah, Jericho's going to take a long leave of absence. You don't
think the match would happen before he leaves?
No. I think we'll see something. We'll see the storyline being set up at Roadblock. Well, Jericho. Now we saw Monday on Raw. We saw the tension between Jericho and KO. Will Jericho cause Owens to lose the title, or will there be a swerve and Jericho will help Owens retain the title?
Well, apparently Owens lost on Raw because he was thinking about Chris being hurt. It would be really funny if Jericho's still in the hospital and Monday they have Kevin Owens visiting him in the hospital. That's really great comedy stuff.
They should do that, more stuff like that.
Yeah, they've been really good as of late with their out of the ring stuff. And I think they should do more of that.
Listen, they have 3 hours to fill. That's why a lot of fans like SmackDown better. SmackDown's 2 hours. It's more wrestling oriented. And that's why SmackDown is it's funner to watch. It's only 2 hours, and it moves faster. But Raw, they have 3 hours. They could film something outside of the ring, outside the arena, like they used to. I mean,
Right. And that's why we've been seeing more longer matches as well. And last thing on Raw here, well, two last things. First, how do you see the Roman Reigns versus Kevin Owens match playing out at Roadblock?
like I said, I think the finish will be Chris Jericho will be involved in the finish. Will he cause Kevin Owens to lose, or will he actually remain Kevin Owens' best friends and help him win?
I think he will cost Kevin Owens, and Roman Reigns will be walking out of Roadblock as the Universal and United States champion.
I hope they don't do that. He's going to get booed out of the building again.
Listen, I mean, we can say all we want, but the facts, the Kurt Hawkins facts, that push was gone real quick. Reigns is the guy, like he said. I mean, no matter what.
And maybe because Vince and Triple H keep telling him that.
Real quick, me and Frank are on the same page here. For all of you that say Triple H is his genius, he doesn't book anything, and he's using Vince's money.
Yeah,
He's big in these stars.
He uses Vince's money to sign stars,
Yeah.
like me and you wouldn't sign these stars.
Yeah, like AJ Styles. Should we get this guy? Never heard of him. Yeah.
Oh, what a genius move.
Yeah. And then lastly, I don't know. I don't like what's going on with the New Day, Sheamus and Cesaro right now. I'm pretty sure Sheamus and Cesaro are taking those titles really soon, and I think that's a real shame because they're not a real tag team. They won't be together long. If the New Day's going to drop the belts, they should drop it to a real tag team.
Well, it's all about them breaking the record. I think they have 17 days left to break Demolition's record.
Yes.
So that'll be the decision.
Roadblock within 17 days. I think it's.
Yeah.
So I think they're gonna not break the record. I think Sheamus and Cesaro will win at Roadblock.
Well, there you go.
It's a real travesty because New Day's been great for the most part. Breaking news on sports, politics, and more right now. The MLB has reached a new collective bargaining agreement, and there will not be a lockout, which is phenomenal. And Frank, in the top of the show, I addressed Yoenis Cespedes coming back to the Mets. What's your thoughts on that, and what's your expectations for the team this season?
Oh, well, that I thought that was a move they had to make. I mean, let's look back at this year. I mean, they had a horrible lineup with Cespedes. It was terrible. Their garbage lineup. They couldn't get a hit. They were last in the league in average with runners in scoring position, and that was with Yoenis Cespedes.
Right.
So.
And then another thing, though, just to notice the difference he makes. Remember, he was hurt, so he went the DL. They were awful. He came back, and they won like 15 of 20 games, or 15 of 25 games. So without him, we know they're not a playoff team. So
with him, they are still a horrible offensive line. But yeah, since the first day he came on the Mets in 2015, he has been a great compliment to the lineup.
Yeah, but the thing is, we need a first baseman. Lucas Duda's got to go.
Yeah, the Mets need another big bat. They can't. We can't rely on Yoenis Cespedes to carry the weight of the world on his shoulders. And expect.
So I suggested earlier to Andrew, and he was like, "No way, you can't do this." And this is just a spitball here, not really likely to happen. You trade Bruce Lagares, Dominic Smith, the top prospect first baseman, Robert Gsellman, who had a great year. Start with those four and try to get Andrew McCutchen, who's on the block. The Pirates don't think they could pay him, and he's a former MVP.
Listen, if you could do that trade, you do it. McCutchen is still in his prime, and most importantly, he will fill what the Mets desperately need is a leadoff man. That's the glaring weakness of the Mets. I mean, they have no leadoff man.
If they got him, I would assume he'd bat second behind Reyes and right in front of Cespedes.
I would bat him first. The Mets need a leadoff man. Curtis Granderson was the leadoff man for the whole year.
Well, until they got Reyes, and Reyes is going to start at third base.
Yeah, but Reyes is 33. He's not the Reyes from 2007.
He definitely was a big upgrade over Granderson.
That's not saying much.
Well, Granderson, apparently they're looking to trade him. I don't know if anyone's going to take him. But yeah, lots of things going on here with the hot stove. Frank, this is a part of our show, and you're welcome to join if you want, where we usually give our NFL picks. Did you watch any NFL action last week?
I just barely watched the Cowboys. I mean, I'm a Cowboy fan. I think they're the story of the year in the NFL with their
back.
quarterback. And
The Cowboys got a great offensive line. But yeah, so that's really helping them out. There's only one team that I think you might agree has any shot of beating them, and that would be the Giants.
well, the Giants are on a hot streak.
Six in a row.
Sure they could beat them.
They
Sure
beat
they
the
could beat 'em.
Browns 27-13. Now, and the Jets lost again. No surprise to the Patriots 22-17. But here's the thing that we got to look at here. This week, big week in the NFL. Giants taking on the Steelers, going to be a tough matchup. Tomorrow night, your Cowboys taking on the Minnesota Vikings, who can't score at all, but they have a good defense. So it'll be interesting to see if Prescott and Elliott and the offensive line can continue the success against the Vikings. If somehow the Giants are to win and the Vikings are to lose, we have a huge matchup the following week on Sunday night, 8:30 p.m. NBC, and I'm sure that NBC execs are looking forward to this. It would be the Giants taking on the Cowboys. The winner would be in first place, not only in the NFC East, but in the whole NFC, and it would be big-time ratings.
Where's that game going to be played?
That game is in the Jerry Dome.
Oh, yeah. Well, you gotta give it to the home team.
Actually, I think week 1 was actually in Dallas.
No, yeah,
So
I think they're playing in Jersey, right?
they're playing in New Jersey. The Giants really don't have much of a home field advantage, but that'd be a big game. But this is how I see it playing out. The Cowboys are going to win tomorrow, and I actually think the Steelers will win on Sunday. I just think the Giants won't be able to stop Antonio Brown. They got Eli Apple, this terrible rookie quarterback who is just not good, and they're going to pick him apart. But, here's some other games on the docket. Monday Night Football, the Colts are playing the Jets in New Jersey. I think Andrew Luck's going to be back. For some reason, Ryan Fitzpatrick is still starting, despite the fact the Jets already have 8 losses. How do you see that one playing out?
I don't know. I think the Jets have having a typical Jets year. Everything's falling apart as usual. Fitzpatrick, they signed him, and he's not living up to his contract. Last year, he actually played good, and it reflected on their record. I mean, can the Jets win? Yeah, of course. But if you're a betting man, I guess you bet the Colts.
Definitely. Some other games of note would be the Chiefs and Falcons, and the Texans and Packers. It's pretty much the only games I know. Lions and Saints, Bills and Raiders. The Dolphins have been red hot as well. They're taking on the Ravens. But yeah, so big week ahead of week 13. The season's going to be over before we know it. Frank, while we have you here, any Super Bowl predictions from you?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, how could you bet against the Patriots?
Definitely. I'm all in on the Patriots. I think there's like a 0% chance they don't go to the Super Bowl.
I mean, especially this year, I don't see anybody in the AFC upsetting them in the playoffs. And in the NFC, I mean, right now you got to roll with the hot hand. If Dallas could secure home field advantage, yeah, why not?
We will see. And real quick, we got about a minute left here before our outro music starts. Who do you think is going to win the MVP? Should Brady actually win the MVP despite missing 4 games?
I mean, who's the other option?
Derek Carr and Drew Brees and Matt Ryan. And Kirk Cousins. Drew Brees, the team's losing record, but he leads the league in passing yards, touchdowns, completion percentage. So he's having a great year.
I mean, if the Patriots get the best record in the AFC, yeah, they might give it to Brady as a send-off.
Yeah, he deserves it too. He would deserve it. All right, Frank, thank you for joining us.
No problem.
Pleasure. Andrew, thanks for calling in. Joe, we're sorry about the phone issues. We'll definitely get you in the future. And for those of you that want to know about John's Rex Ryan birthday party, send out a tweet at @S_sports. I'm at Nick_Durst.